Earth had long been underestimated. For centuries, the Galactic Council, the ruling body of known space, had considered humans a primitive and unimportant species. Their reports described Earth as a minor world with curious but unsophisticated inhabitants. No one expected the planet to become the center of galactic attention. No one, that is, except those who lived and worked in the shadows of Earth's secret programs. In a hidden orbital station above the blue planet, Captain Elena Morales walked along the bridge, her eyes scanning the array of monitors. She was not just a military officer. She was the guardian of humanity's most powerful secret. The warships around her, hundreds of them, floated in orbit like silent sentinels. Each was equipped with technology that even the Council could not imagine. "Status report," Elena said, her voice calm but firm. Commander Raj Patel, her second-in-command, looked up from the control console. "All systems are nominal, Captain. Dark matter cores at 88% efficiency. Gravity shields fully operational. Cloaking arrays are stable." Elena nodded. She had spent most of her career preparing for this moment, although no one outside the station knew it. The warships they commanded were not ordinary ships. They were powered by dark matter, a mysterious substance that could bend gravity and phase matter through solid objects. Council weapons would have little effect on them. Their true strength lay not just in firepower, but in invisibility, speed, and the ability to strike anywhere in the galaxy without warning. "Good," Elena said. "Prepare for the final tests. Let's see if our fleet is ready to defend Earth." Raj hesitated. "Captain, you know the Council scouts are still in the outer systems. If they detect anything unusual..." Elena smiled slightly. "They will detect nothing. We are shadows. We have always been shadows. The moment the galaxy underestimates us is the moment we gain the advantage." Below them, Earth turned slowly in the vast blackness of space. Its oceans reflected the light of distant stars. Its cities were bright and full of life. The people on the planet believed that Earth was still a minor power, focused on its own development. Most of them had no idea that the fate of the galaxy might one day rest on their planet's shoulders. In the command room, Elena activated the test sequence. A holographic display showed the fleet in formation. Hundreds of ships, sleek and dark, appeared suspended in space. Each one was nearly invisible to standard sensors, and each was armed with weapons capable of reshaping entire planets. Raj frowned. "It still feels unreal. For centuries we've hidden here, and now these ships could face the Council fleets and win?" Elena's expression hardened. "They could destroy our planet without hesitation if they wanted. This is not just about winning. It's about survival. Humanity must never again be at the mercy of the Council's arrogance." The tests began. The ships phased through asteroid fields, their cloaks preventing detection. They maneuvered around simulated enemy fleets and fired dark matter torpedoes at test targets. The explosions were contained, but the power was undeniable. Each torpedo created a gravity distortion that tore the target apart. The fleet moved with precision, as if it were one living entity, responding instantly to commands. From her chair, Elena felt a sense of pride she had never known. This was more than technology. This was humanity's will made manifest. The Council had always believed humans were weak, timid, and slow to act. They had underestimated the species' ability to innovate, adapt, and endure. "Captain," Raj said quietly, "we are ready." Elena nodded. "Good. Now we wait. Patience is our ally. The Council is arrogant. They assume no one on Earth could ever challenge them. They will come sooner or later, and when they do, we will be ready." Hours passed. The fleet remained in orbit, hidden and silent. Elena wandered the bridge, looking at the stars. Somewhere out there, Council ships patrolled the borders of known space. They assumed Earth was safe, ordinary, and weak. They assumed wrong. Meanwhile, in the Council chambers far across the galaxy, the councilors argued as they always did. Their voices echoed through the grand hall, filled with crystal towers and holographic displays. "This planet is insignificant," one counselor said. Their technology is nothing compared to ours. Why waste resources investigating? Insignificant, another replied sharply. They are developing their fleet at a speed we cannot ignore. I've seen reports. Their sensors are advanced, their weapons unusual. Something is happening on that planet. A third counselor raised a hand. We have hundreds of planets under control. Let them be. Humanity will stay on Earth. They cannot resist the might of the Council. The argument ended as it always did. No action was taken. The arrogance of the Council was their greatest weakness, and humanity had learned to exploit it. Back on the orbital station, Elena stood before the viewport. The Earth below seemed calm, unaware of the power that now circled above it. She remembered the history books, the old tales of humanity's struggles and victories. For centuries, humans had survived plague, war, famine, and oppression. They had learned resilience. They had learned innovation. And now they would take their place among the stars not as servants, but as equals, perhaps even as the masters of their destiny. Captain, Raj said, breaking her thoughts, we should review the battle simulations one last time. The final adjustments might give us an edge in unknown scenarios. Elena agreed. Together they ran through simulations of Council attacks, testing every strategy, every maneuver. The results were always the same. The dark matter warships dominated. Their combination of stealth, speed, and destructive power made them nearly invincible. As night fell on Earth, Elena allowed herself a rare moment of reflection. Humanity had hidden in plain sight for decades, mastering technologies far beyond what anyone in the galaxy suspected. They had built a silent army, not for conquest but for protection. And yet she knew that the moment would come when hiding was no longer possible. The Council's arrogance would eventually bring them to Earth's doorstep. When that day came, Elena and her fleet would be ready. The final test sequence concluded successfully. The holographic display vanished, leaving the bridge bathed in dim red light. Elena turned to her crew. Prepare for the coming storm. Humanity will not wait to be destroyed. We will act. And when we do, the galaxy will see that Earth is not weak. Earth is not minor. Earth is unstoppable. The crew nodded, their faces reflecting determination, pride, and anticipation. They had trained their whole lives for this moment. They had become the silent shield of humanity, the guardians of a secret power that could change the galaxy forever. Outside, the stars twinkled in endless blackness. Somewhere beyond human sight, Council ships continued their patrols, unaware of the shadow fleet watching them. And as Earth turned slowly beneath the orbital station, a new chapter in galactic history quietly began, one that no one would see coming until it was too late. For the first time, humans were no longer passive observers of the galaxy. They were active participants. They were ready to defend their home, their people, and their future. And the Council, with all its arrogance, had no idea what was coming. Elena turned back to the command console. The words echoed in her mind. The galaxy thinks it knows us. It does not, and it will learn soon enough. For decades, the Galactic Council had believed Earth to be harmless. Their fleets patrolled the borders of human space with ease, never suspecting that the planet held secrets far beyond their understanding. But the moment of revelation was near. The cold emptiness of space, a Council convoy advanced toward the outer reaches of Earth's territory. Sensors detected unusual energy fluctuations, readings that did not match any known natural phenomena. The convoy commander, Admiral Vorin, frowned at the displays. Commander, he said to his aide, these readings, what is producing them? They are unlike anything we have encountered. The aide, a young officer named Lerna, checked the reports. Sir, it seems to be artificial, but highly advanced. Nothing in our database matches this technology. Vorin shook his head. Earth. Could it be them? Lerna hesitated. They are considered primitive, Admiral. It seems unlikely. Vorin's lips tightened. Underestimate humans at your peril, Commander. Prepare the fleet for inspection, move cautiously, and alert me immediately if anything. unusual occurs. Meanwhile, high above Earth, Captain Elena Morales and Commander Raj Patel monitored the Council fleet from the orbital station. They had expected this day to come. "Captain," Raj said, "the Council is sending a small convoy. Sensors indicate several capital ships and support vessels. They are approaching slowly, likely unaware of what they are facing." Elena's eyes narrowed. "They believe Earth is weak. They assume we have no power to challenge them. Let's see how wrong they are." The dark matter warships remained hidden in orbit, their cloaking arrays blending seamlessly with the vacuum of space. The Council ships, bright and imposing, drifted unknowingly toward the trap. Humans watched every movement, calculating every possibility. "Set the fleet in defensive formation," Elena commanded. "Phase alignment at 20%. Keep cloaks active. Wait for my signal. We will not attack unless provoked, but they will learn quickly that Earth is not defenseless." Hours passed as the Council convoy neared the edge of human space. On the bridge of the lead Council ship, Admiral Voron's fingers hovered over his console, tension growing in his chest. Every sensor seemed to indicate something he could not fully understand. "Commander Lerna," he said, "maintain alert. I do not like this. Something is off." On the human side, Raj Patel tapped a sequence into the control console. A holographic display showed their fleet in perfect formation, hidden but ready. "Captain, all ships report readiness. Dark matter shield stable. Weapon systems primed. Cloaking arrays undetectable." Elena nodded. "Very good. Now observe." As the Council fleet drifted closer, the humans allowed the first small demonstration. One of the dark matter ships phased out from the shadows, firing a single torpedo at a simulated target projected in space. The Council convoy sensors detected an anomaly, but it vanished before they could identify it. "What is that?" Voron demanded. "Where did it come from?" Lerna's eyes widened. I cannot see it, sir. It disappeared from all scanners. It is invisible." Voron gritted his teeth. "Impossible. Earth cannot have this technology. Prepare to deploy reconnaissance drones. Find the source immediately." But the humans had already planned for this. Their fleet moved in silent coordination, each ship phasing through the void, avoiding detection. Another torpedo struck another, simulation, creating a localized gravity distortion that disrupted the drones launched by the Council. The drones fell apart, unable to withstand the gravitational anomaly. "Captain," Raj said quietly, "they are confused. They do not know what is happening." Elena's lips curved into a small smile. "Good, let them wonder. Fear is their weakness. We will not attack yet. Let them learn that the universe has changed." The Council fleet attempted a cautious advance, scanning the space around them. Sensors flickered, readings conflicted. The Admiral's frustration grew. "Commander Lerna, increase sensor power. I want eyes everywhere. Earth may be hiding something." Lerna shook her head. "Sir, nothing works. The energy fluctuations keep disrupting our scanners. The readings are unpredictable." Voron slammed his fist on the console. "This cannot be. Prepare weapons. Ready defensive protocols. If they attack, we will respond." From the shadows, Elena observed, "They are panicking. Excellent. Wait a few more moments." Then, without warning, the fleet decloaked. Hundreds of dark matter warships appeared in perfect formation, floating silently in the void. Their black hulls absorbed light, their weapons glinting ominously. The Council ships froze, unable to comprehend the sudden appearance. What is that?" Voron whispered, disbelief etched into his face. Raj Patel activated the communication channel. A simple message flashed across the Council displays. "You have underestimated Earth. We are no longer a minor world." The Council ships fired their weapons, but the attacks had no effect. Dark matter shields absorbed the energy, nullifying the assault. Torpedoes disintegrated before reaching the fleet. Gravity distortions shifted the Council ships out of alignment, leaving them vulnerable. "Captain," Raj said, awe in his voice, "they cannot touch us. Our shields, They are ineffective against the fleet. Elena's expression was calm, almost serene. This is exactly what we wanted. They believe they control the battlefield. They do not. Observe and wait. We strike only if necessary. The Council ships attempted evasive maneuvers, but every movement was anticipated. Human strategy had studied their tactics for years. Every possible response had been simulated. Every weakness had been identified. The Council fleet was now a puppet, and humans held the strings. Vorin barked orders frantically. Focus fire! Break their formation! Do not let them flank us! But it was too late. Another torpedo, invisible until it hit, passed through the fleet, creating gravitational waves that tore apart the formation. Council ships collided with one another, shields failing, engines overloading. Confusion spread like wildfire. Lerna clutched her console. Sir, what are we facing? These ships, they are too advanced. Vorin's face went pale. Humans, they've been hiding all this time. From their orbital station, Elena watched the chaos unfold. She felt no joy in their suffering, only the satisfaction that humanity's warning had been heard. The Council had long believed they ruled the stars. Now they were beginning to understand that humans were a force not to be ignored. Raj, she said, hold formation. Do not destroy unless provoked further. Let them learn that power without wisdom is fragile. We do not need to win this battle yet. Fear will teach them more than destruction ever could. Raj nodded. Understood, Captain. All ships hold position. The Council fleet finally stabilized, retreating slightly in shock. Vorin's face was grim as he spoke to his Council advisors across the galaxy. Earth is not weak. They have power we cannot comprehend. Prepare all fleets. This changes everything. Back on the station, Elena allowed herself a rare moment of reflection. Humanity had sent a clear message. The days of underestimation were over. The galaxy would soon learn that Earth was a planet to be respected. Captain, Raj said, the Council will not forget this. They will come back, stronger, larger, more prepared. Elena turned her gaze to the stars. Then we will be ready. Humanity does not seek war, but we will defend our home, our people, and our future. If the Council chooses to challenge us, they will learn the cost of arrogance. They will learn that Earth's hidden power is not to be tested lightly. The human fleet remained in orbit, cloaked once again, waiting silently. The first contact had been made. The Council had underestimated humans, and they had learned their mistake the hard way. Across the galaxy, whispers began to spread. Earth was no longer a minor world. It was a shadow moving in the void, silent, invisible, and unstoppable. The stars twinkled above Earth. Elena and her crew prepared for the future. The galaxy would soon see what humans were capable of, and the silent rise of Earth's hidden fleet was only just beginning. The first contact was over, but the story of humanity's power had just begun. The shock of first contact still rippled through the Galactic Council. Every corner of the galaxy whispered about Earth, the planet no one had taken seriously. Council fleets had been humiliated, their weapons useless against the dark matter. Warships, their pride shattered. Now the humans were not just a threat, they were a force to be reckoned with. High above Earth, Captain Elena Morales observed the galaxy from the command bridge of the orbital station. The dark matter fleet had returned to orbit, cloaked once again. Sensors indicated Council fleets mobilizing near several border systems, but humans had no intention of striking without reason. Strategy was key. Fear, calculated and controlled, was the most powerful weapon. Commander Raj Patel tapped on the control panel. Captain, Council communications are chaotic. We are seeing reports from multiple systems. Their leaders are arguing, some are fleeing their posts. They do not know what to do next. Elena nodded. Good. Let them fight among themselves. Disunity will make our position stronger. Our next steps must be precise. We will not just wait. We will show them that Earth is in control without firing a shot if possible. For weeks, humans launched a silent campaign. Dark matter warships moved through space in stealth. disrupting Council supply lines, communications, and resource convoys. Entire fleets vanished from sensors without a trace, leaving Council commanders baffled. Every action was surgical, leaving minimal physical destruction but maximum psychological impact. In one Council system, a convoy of mining vessels and freighters moved toward a colony world. Sensors flickered, communications scrambled, and suddenly ships were gone. Reports to the Council spoke of ghosts in space, ships disappearing, supplies never arriving, fleets unable to respond. Panic spread. "We cannot continue like this," one counselor said during a meeting. "Earth is using some kind of unseen force. We cannot fight it conventionally." Another counselor shook his head. "We must strike them directly. Send a fleet to Earth. Show them our power." "Do you not see?" said a third. "Our weapons fail. Our fleets fail. We are powerless against a species we deemed primitive." Back, in orbit, Elena smiled faintly. "They finally understand. But we are not finished. Fear is useful, but control is better. We will show them that Earth can strike anywhere, anytime, but only acts with purpose and restraint." Raj leaned over, the console. "Captain, simulations indicate that even their largest fleet cannot touch us. Phase shields, gravity manipulation, and cloaking make our ships untouchable. We could destroy them all, but it would be excessive. Should we?" Elena's gaze was steady. "No, not yet. Victory is not measured by destruction alone. It is measured by influence, by proving that humanity is no longer a minor power. Let them see that challenge brings risk." The humans began to communicate indirectly. Messages were sent to Council worlds in encrypted bursts, revealing glimpses of Earth's technological superiority. The messages were calm, almost diplomatic, but their effect was electric. Entire systems reconsidered their allegiance to the Council. Fear and respect mixed in equal measure. In one distant star system, Council commanders gathered in panic. "The humans can strike anywhere. Our fleets are powerless. Our leaders are divided," said a veteran admiral. Another replied, "We cannot continue to underestimate them. Our politics are failing. Supplies are being delayed. Colonies are requesting aid from Earth directly. Their influence is spreading." Earth, meanwhile, did not flaunt power unnecessarily. Its fleets acted like shadows, striking only when necessary, withdrawing before retaliation. A convoy of Council cargo ships attempted to bypass a sector controlled by human scouts. Sensors failed, engines overheated, and one by one the ships were immobilized by gravity anomalies. No humans appeared. Only the message remained. "Earth watches. Earth protects itself. Challenge us at your own risk." Elena stood at the viewport watching a nearby star twinkle. "Humans do not fight blindly," she said. "We strike with intelligence, with precision. We are not conquerors, but we will not be conquered. That is what makes us dangerous." Raj nodded. "The Council is beginning to panic. Reports indicate their political system is unstable. Some factions want peace, others want war. None understand our capabilities." "Exactly," Elena said. "They do not yet realize that war is a choice we control. The galaxy is learning that humanity does not act like other species. We plan, we prepare, and we execute with reason. Power without discipline is chaos. Humanity combines both." Weeks passed. The Council attempted direct attacks on Earth, sending fleets across multiple systems. Each attack was anticipated, neutralized, or avoided by the humans. Dark matter torpedoes, gravity wells, and phase shift maneuvers rendered their fleets ineffective. In one confrontation, a Council warship attempted to force a blockade. Elena deployed a phase shift strike that passed through the enemy vessel's hull, creating internal gravitational distortions. The ship's systems failed, engines overloaded, and it drifted powerless. Not a single human ship fired a conventional weapon. The message was clear. Resistance was futile. Across the galaxy, the whispers became rumors, and the rumors became stories. Humans were no longer minor. Humans were a species to be respected, to be feared, and to be watched closely. On the human station, Elena gathered her officers. Our strategy works, she said. But we must remain vigilant. The Council will attempt to learn, to adapt. We must stay ahead. Intelligence, preparation, and patience are our greatest weapons. Strength without foresight can lead to destruction. Raj smiled faintly. We have the advantage. The galaxy fears us, but they do not yet hate us. That is the balance we must maintain. Elena nodded. Fear is temporary. Respect is lasting. We must teach the galaxy that humans deserve respect. Not because we threaten them, but because we deserve it. Meanwhile, on the Council worlds, chaos grew. Systems began to act independently, seeking alliances with Earth rather than waiting for instructions. Governors and admirals defied their leaders, offering resources and intelligence to the humans. Fear of reprisal from the Council was outweighed by fear of humanity's power. In one conversation, a Council governor spoke privately with a human emissary. We feared your planet, he admitted. We thought you were weak. We were wrong, very wrong. Your fleet, your technology, it is beyond imagination. The human emissary smiled. We do not seek to dominate. We seek only to protect our home and our people. But the galaxy will understand that Earth is not a minor world. The Council fleet's morale continued to drop. Commanders argued openly, blaming each other for failures, unsure of how to respond. Humanity's strategy was not to destroy the Council outright, but to show their weakness. That was far more effective. Elena watched reports pour in. Every system she checked, every fleet she observed, reinforced the lesson. Humans were now masters of perception and strategy. Direct combat was rarely necessary when intelligence, planning, and controlled displays of power were enough to shift the galaxy's balance. Raj leaned closer. Captain, simulations show that if we continue this campaign for another month, the Council's influence could collapse entirely. They will no longer control their systems. Every sector will negotiate with us directly. Elena's eyes gleamed with determination. Then we prepare for the next step. Strategic domination is not chaos, it is order. And humanity will set that order. But we must move carefully. The Council is wounded, but dangerous. We must anticipate their moves and act before they recover. As night fell over Earth, the planet below seemed peaceful and quiet, but above the hidden fleet moved like shadows, silent and unseen, projecting power across the galaxy. Every human in command understood their role. They were not just fighting a distant enemy. They were protecting a species, a home, and a future. The first contact had shaken the Council. The second stage of the campaign was underway. Humans were no longer minor players in the galaxy. They were the new strategists, the ones who controlled fear, influence, and perception. Elena gazed at the stars once more. The Council believed their power was absolute. They were wrong. Now we will show them that humanity does not act like other species. We are patient, we are clever, and we are relentless when necessary. And the galaxy will learn that lesson very quickly. Raj placed a hand on her shoulder. Captain, we have become the shadow the Council fears. They cannot touch us, and they cannot ignore us. Elena smiled faintly. Good. That is exactly as it should be. Let them realize the cost of arrogance. Let them see that Earth is no longer minor, and that underestimating us is the gravest mistake they could make. Above Earth, the dark matter warships moved silently, watching, waiting, and ready. The galaxy was learning a difficult lesson. Humans were no longer the species to be overlooked. The first contact had shocked the Council, and now the human strategy of careful, controlled domination was reshaping the balance of power. The stars above seemed to shine a little brighter that night. Humanity had risen. The Council had faltered. And the galaxy was beginning to understand that the future belonged not to the old rulers, but to the species that had prepared in silence, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the moment to claim respect and fear in equal measure. The galaxy had begun to whisper about Earth, but no one fully understood the power that had been hidden for centuries. Humans had revealed glimpses of their capability, shaking the Galactic Council to its core, but now it was time to deliver the decisive message. The Council believed their authority was unassailable. They had no idea that their end was approaching. High above Earth, Captain Elena Morales stood on the bridge of the orbital station, her eyes scanning the vast blackness of space. Hundreds of dark matter warships floated in formation, invisible to conventional scanners. The fleet was ready. Their weapons were primed, their shields fully operational, and their crews prepared for any challenge. Commander Raj Patel approached her. "Captain, all ships report readiness. Simulations show the Council cannot defend their core systems. Their fleets are disorganized, their communication networks compromised. They will not anticipate a direct strike." Elena's expression was calm, almost serene. "Good. Today, the Council will understand the price of underestimating humanity. We strike with precision. We strike to show them that Earth is no longer a minor world, and that arrogance carries a cost." The dark matter warships moved silently, phasing through space like shadows. For decades, humans had studied every known Council tactic, every defensive formation, and every command protocol. Every weakness had been identified, every possible counter had been anticipated. The fleet did not need to fire a single shot to dominate. Their presence alone was enough to create chaos. In the central system of the Council, the leaders convened urgently. Reports of missing fleets, failing communications, and collapsing supply lines filled the chamber. Panic spread among the counselors. "This is impossible," one said, slamming his fist on the table. "How can a single species, a minor planet, cripple our forces in every system?" Another counselor shook his head. "We are blind. They move in shadows. Their technology, it is beyond anything we have encountered. We cannot fight them." Admiral Vorin, still recovering from his earlier encounter with Earth's forces, spoke cautiously. "We must negotiate. Strike is futile. Perhaps if we offer terms." A younger counselor laughed bitterly. "Terms? They have the power to destroy us without firing a weapon. We are at their mercy. Every day we delay, the galaxy sees our weakness. Humanity controls perception, communication, and action. They are unstoppable." Back in orbit, Elena's fleet entered the Council's central system. Cloaked and phased, the warships moved like ghosts among the stars. Sensors picked up the Council's primary command stations, their communication hubs, and their fleet depots. "Target sequence confirmed," Raj said. "Gravity torpedoes ready, phase shift charges ready, disruption arrays operational." Elena nodded. "Initiate. Let them see the consequences of underestimation. But remember, we are not destroyers without reason. Precision and strategy define humanity's power. Focus on command centers first. Disable. Do not annihilate." One by one, the warships struck. Gravity torpedoes warped space around Council stations, causing internal systems to fail. Engines overloaded, shields collapsed, and communication arrays flickered out. The Council fleet, unprepared for such technology, was powerless to respond. Ships collided, caught in artificial gravitational distortions, while command hubs went dark. From their stations, human crews observed in silence. The chaos was total but controlled. No humans had fired conventional weapons. Every attack was surgical, precise, and devastating. In the Council chambers, alarms blared. Leaders ran frantically between control rooms, attempting to coordinate. Defense. Every effort failed. Systems they had relied on for centuries crumbled under the unseen assault. "This cannot be happening," a counselor shouted. "Our fleets, our systems, everything is failing." Admiral Vorin gritted his teeth. "They have studied us. They know everything we do. We cannot fight them conventionally. They are beyond comprehension." Meanwhile, in orbit, Elena activated the final stage of the operation. The fleet phased into the heart of the Council system. Phase shift charges were deployed on the primary command station. Gravity distortions tore through the structure, rendering it unusable. Communication arrays that linked the Entire Council fleet were disabled simultaneously. The galaxy watched in disbelief. Raj Patel observed the results on the console. Captain, the command center is offline. Their fleet coordination is gone. They cannot respond effectively to any further action. Elena's gaze was steady. Excellent. Now the message is clear. Humanity is not minor. Humanity is a force to be respected. We act with intelligence, precision, and restraint. The Council will learn that arrogance has a cost. Council leaders attempted to regroup. Emergency transmissions were sent across the galaxy, but most were lost in the disruptions. Planets that had been loyal to the Council began sending messages to Earth, requesting guidance, protection, and alliance. Fear was spreading faster than any weapon. In one distant system, a Council governor spoke privately to a human envoy. We thought we were safe. We believed our fleets and technology could defend us. We were wrong. Your species, it is unlike any other. You strike with precision, intelligence, and restraint. We are at your mercy, and yet you do not destroy indiscriminately. We must learn from you. The human envoy nodded. We do not seek domination. We seek only to protect our home. But the galaxy will understand that Earth is no longer to be underestimated. On the orbital station, Elena addressed her crew. The Council has been shown the reality of humanity's power. Our strategy worked. We did not destroy without reason. We demonstrated capability, control, and precision. Humanity will be respected, not feared recklessly. That is our victory. Raj Patel added, Captain, reports indicate Council systems are collapsing. Factions are abandoning allegiance. Entire sectors are contacting Earth for protection or guidance. Our influence is spreading across the galaxy. Elena allowed herself a small smile. Good. The next phase will be diplomacy. The galaxy sees our strength, but now it must understand our principles. Power alone is meaningless without wisdom. Humanity will guide the future not as conquerors, but as protectors and innovators. The Council fleet attempted to retaliate, but every move was anticipated. Human scouts had mapped every strategy, every weakness, and every contingency. Ships attempting to engage were neutralized or forced to retreat by subtle gravitational manipulations. Humanity did not need to fire conventional weapons. Control of the battlefield was enough. Across the galaxy, news spread. Planets and colonies that had once feared the Council began to question loyalty. They saw Earth as the new center of influence, not through conquest, but through undeniable power and strategic brilliance. Fear was tempered with respect. The lesson was clear. Humanity could not be underestimated. Elena watched the reports with satisfaction. The galaxy had seen the results of centuries of preparation, intelligence, and innovation. Humans had hidden in plain sight, mastering technologies far beyond what any Council member had imagined. And now, the results were undeniable. Raj Patel leaned over the console. Captain, the Council is fragmented. Entire fleets are without leadership. Systems are contacting us directly. We control the perception, the battlefield, and the influence. The galaxy sees Earth as the new standard. Elena nodded. And that is how humanity will rise. Not through mindless destruction, but through preparation, strategy, and vision. The Council underestimated us. They will not forget this lesson. We have shattered their power without unnecessary bloodshed. That is the mark of humanity. The dark matter warships phased back to orbit around Earth, invisible once again. The first wave of direct action was complete. Humanity had shown the Council the consequences of arrogance. The galaxy had witnessed the rise of a species once dismissed, now undeniably formidable. As the stars twinkled above, Elena allowed herself a moment of reflection. The Council will never be the same. Systems will negotiate directly with Earth. Alliances will shift. Fear has been replaced with respect. Humanity has proven itself not as conquerors, but as a force the galaxy must acknowledge. Raj Patel placed a hand on her shoulder. Captain, the galaxy has seen what humans are capable of. We have shattered centuries of arrogance in a matter of days. Elena smiled faintly. And this is only the beginning. Humanity has shown power, precision, and strategy. The galaxy will remember this moment. The Council's reign is over. Now begins the era of respect, intelligence, and influence. And Earth will lead, not with tyranny, but with wisdom. Above the planet, the dark matter warships floated silently, a hidden sentinel watching the galaxy. They had struck decisively, but without cruelty. The message was clear. Humanity was no longer minor. Humanity was unstoppable, intelligent, and prepared. And the Council, humbled and fragmented, could do nothing but witness the rise of a species they had long dismissed. The shattering was complete. The galaxy had changed. The once unassailable Galactic Council, whose fleets had patrolled and ruled with arrogance for centuries, was shattered. Its command centers lay in ruins, communications had collapsed, and systems that once obeyed without question now acted independently. Humanity had proven its strength, not through reckless destruction, but through intelligence, strategy, and controlled demonstrations of power. The stars themselves seemed to whisper that a new era had begun. High above Earth, Captain Elena Morales stood on the bridge of the orbital station, gazing at the fleet of dark matter warships. They floated silently, nearly invisible, their cloaking arrays masking them from any distant sensors. Hundreds of ships, each a marvel of human engineering, represented decades of preparation, innovation, and determination. Commander Raj Patel approached. Captain, reports from the galaxy indicate that many systems are now contacting Earth directly. They are seeking guidance, alliances, and protection. The Council's influence is gone. Elena nodded, her expression calm but resolute. Good. Fear has forced respect. But now we must build something lasting. Power without order is chaos. Humanity must guide the galaxy not through domination, but through wisdom and cooperation. The first step was diplomacy. Humans sent envoys to systems previously under Council control, offering protection and collaboration. Unlike the Council, Earth did not demand obedience. Instead, humans proposed alliances based on shared knowledge, security, and mutual benefit. In one distant system, a planetary governor received an envoy from Earth. We feared your species, the governor admitted. We believed the stories of a minor planet harmless and weak. But your power, your intelligence, it is beyond anything we imagined. We are willing to cooperate, to learn from you, and to defend our worlds with your guidance. The human envoy smiled. We do not seek to rule. We seek only to ensure safety and stability. The galaxy will thrive when cooperation replaces arrogance. That is humanity's gift. Meanwhile, on the Council's former capital world, surviving leaders gathered in secret. Their once great halls were quiet, empty of the voices of power. They realized that humanity's rise was not just military. It was intellectual, strategic, and moral. The Council could no longer demand loyalty. It had lost its authority, its influence, and its fear. Admiral Voren, who had once commanded fleets against humans, spoke cautiously to the remaining leaders. We were blind. We dismissed them. We believed our strength guaranteed control. Humanity, it is unlike any species we have ever known. They have shattered us not with chaos, but with precision and intelligence. A counselor shook his head. We are finished. Our fleets are scattered, our systems negotiating directly with Earth, and our people no longer respect us. Humanity's rise is complete. The era of the Council is over. Back in orbit, Elena gathered her senior officers. The Council is broken, she said. Their systems now act independently. Planets are choosing to cooperate with us voluntarily. But our mission is not conquest. We must ensure stability, fairness, and progress. Power without wisdom is dangerous, and humanity's strength must be tempered with responsibility. Raj Patel nodded. Captain, the fleet has demonstrated capability, restraint, and precision. The galaxy now sees humans as a force to be respected, not feared blindly. Our next step is influence without coercion. Elena smiled faintly. Exactly. We will lead by example, not by terror. Humans have shown that intelligence, preparation, and strategy are the keys to survival and respect. The galaxy will remember this lesson for generations. Humanity's influence spread quickly. Systems that had once been controlled by the Council now contacted Earth for advice on technology, defense, and governance. Humans shared knowledge selectively, ensuring that systems could defend themselves while still understanding the advantages of advanced technology. In one system, scientists worked with human engineers to improve their planetary defenses, using methods derived from Earth's dark matter technology. In another, governments negotiated trade agreements and mutual protection pacts with human representatives. Across the galaxy, alliances shifted, no longer based on fear, but on respect and shared interest. On Earth, life continued as usual, but with a new awareness of humanity's role in the galaxy. Citizens went about their days, unaware of the fleets, moving silently above, prepared to protect them. The government coordinated with human ambassadors and fleet commanders to ensure that influence was exercised wisely. Elena and Raj monitored reports constantly. Every system that joined Earth's alliance added to humanity's stability, but also to the responsibility that came with it. The galaxy had seen humans as dangerous. Now it would see them as wise and reliable partners. Captain, Raj said, one evening, our fleets have done more than strike fear. They have created order where chaos ruled. Planets now cooperate, systems negotiate, and intelligence spreads. Humanity has reshaped the galaxy without firing a single unnecessary shot. Elena nodded. That is the mark of true strength. The Council ruled with arrogance. We rule with preparation, wisdom, and fairness. Humanity's rise is complete, not because we crushed them, but because we showed them a better way. Power must be tempered with responsibility, or it is meaningless. Even the former Council fleets adapted. Many officers and crews voluntarily joined humanity's alliances, recognizing that Earth's strategy was not one of domination, but of order, innovation, and protection. The dark matter warships remained the ultimate safeguard, a symbol of intelligence and restraint. In one distant system, a young Council officer spoke to his peers. I never believed humans could be so precise, so clever. They destroyed our command structures without chaos, and they reshaped the galaxy with intelligence. We must learn from them, or we will remain irrelevant. As months passed, the galaxy settled into a new order. Systems that had been fractured and fearful now coordinated with Earth. Knowledge spread, commerce thrived, and diplomacy replaced coercion. Humanity's influence was felt, not through fear, but through the understanding that intelligence, preparation, and ethical strategy created lasting respect. Elena reflected on the journey. From a planet dismissed as minor, humanity had risen to prominence not through luck, not through aggression, but through preparation, strategy, and vision. The galaxy had been transformed by a species it had once ignored. Raj Patel joined her at the viewport. Captain, we have done more than survive. We have reshaped the galaxy's future. Humanity will be remembered not for conquest, but for intelligence and restraint. Elena's eyes shone. That is the greatest achievement. The galaxy sees humans as equals, as protectors, as innovators. Our legacy begins now. We have shattered arrogance, demonstrated our capabilities, and created a new order. The future belongs to those who prepare, those who act wisely, and those who never underestimate the strength of humanity. Above the Earth, the dark matter warships remained on watch, silent, invisible, and ready. They had shattered the Council's power, but now they served a higher purpose, to ensure that the galaxy remained stable, fair, and guided by intelligence rather than fear. Humanity's rise was complete, but their vigilance never wavered. Planets sent messages of gratitude and requests for guidance. Scientists sought collaboration. Governments sought alliances. Across the stars, the name Earth carried weight and respect. Humanity had demonstrated that a species underestimated by all could reshape the galaxy through preparation, intelligence, and careful action. Elena turned to Raj. "We have done more than win battles. We have rewritten history. The galaxy will remember this moment. The moment humanity rose from a minor world to a central force of order, wisdom, and influence." Raj nodded. "And the Council, they will never recover. Their arrogance is gone, replaced with lessons learned the hard way." Elena allowed herself a faint smile. "Good. Now the galaxy will know that humans are not to be ignored. Not through fear, but through respect, intelligence, and careful preparation. That is, humanity's true power." As night fell over Earth, the planet below seemed peaceful, unaware of the fleets watching from above. Humanity's hidden strength had revealed itself to the galaxy. The Council was shattered. Systems cooperated willingly. Knowledge, diplomacy, and innovation flourished. And humanity's legacy had begun, not as conquerors, but as guardians, strategists, and visionaries. The stars twinkled silently, witnesses to a new era. Humanity had proven that preparation, intelligence, and ethical strategy could achieve what raw power alone could not. The dark matter warships floated in silent orbit, symbols of vigilance, strength, and the dawn of a new galactic order. The galaxy had been transformed. Humanity's rise was complete, and the future belonged to those who dared to prepare, innovate, and act with intelligence.